This video is brought to you by the generous donations from viewers like you.
Hi everyone, this is CricketSong with Inner Wisdom, and I am here today to do this video because there's been a lot of discussion on, the topic of whether you are a real witch. And you know what? I'm here today to clarify it all for you. So if you're sitting there and you're trying to figure out if you're a real witch or not, I have about 16 to 18 statements that will help you decide and clarify the whole confusion for you. Okay? So why don't we just start? Well, dive right into it. So, you are not a real witch unless, number one, you are a woman. All witches are women. If you're not a woman, then you're not a real witch. Okay? Number two, you own a black cat. And that black cat is your familiar, because all witches have black cats as their familiars. You cannot have anything else but a black cat for a familiar. So if you have been, thinking you're a witch and you are certain that your familiar is a bird or a dog, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. You're just not a witch. Number three, you belong to a coven. Let's face it, solitary practitioners are not real witches. You have to be initiated into a coven to be a real witch. And you know what? If you don't have one, start one. And then you'll belong to a coven, okay? Number four, you are single or you are in an unstable relationship. You can't be married and be a witch, because we all know witches are cursed to be single for their life. Okay? Okay, moving on. Number five, you are a vegan hippie. Witches are vegan hippies. So if you're a meat eater, or if you kinda are vegan or vegetarian, you maybe have meat occasionally. No. All witches are vegan hippies. End of story. Number six, you have long hair. Long flowing hair. At least at one time. You may have cut it and now have short hair, but at one time you had that long flowing hair, because we all know our power is connected to our hair as witches. Okay? Number seven, you read and you speak Latin.
Facementos obscurum, ex lucis est squambres.
Omnis trepitor terrore, clamore, preventiore. Incantatoris facit fertilis semen, nostri incantatoris facit fertilis semen.
Because otherwise, how are you doing your spells? Spells are always spoke in Latin. And if you don't know Latin, then you're not a real witch. Number eight, you read the tarot. That is your form of divination if you're a real witch. I don't care about runes or the pendulum or I Ching. No, real witches read the tarot. And that brings us to the next thing. Okay, so you own all of the following tools: a cauldron, a ceremonial blade, and you know that blade has the ability to kill demons. Okay, it has to be able to kill demons. A crystal ball, an ancient grimoire that has been passed down from your grandmother or older, your great-grandmother. All witches, all real witches have that ancient grimoire. And of course, all the spells in it are written in Latin, so that's why you need to know Latin, because your great-great-grandmother and your grandmother knew Latin. Okay, so that's what real witches have for their tools. The next one, number 10, you've been resurrected. I mean, you know about spirit realm because you've been there already. All real witches have been killed on the physical plane, have died, and have been brought back, okay? Number 11, you are a necromancer. Again, it goes with that death experience because you've been in that other realm. You can now, call forth the dead, and you hold seances, and you're able to commune and command those in the spirit realm because you've been there, done that. All real witches have that experience. Number 12, you have the ability to light things on fire with your mind. I mean, we all know all real witches can do that. They can just look at a candle and light it on fire. Sometimes you have to blow on the candle to light it on fire, but usually you can just walk in a room and look at the candle and you light it on fire. All of the candles. You have that ability. Real witches have that ability. Number 13, you have the ability to control the weather. We all know that if you're a real witch, you can go out in your backyard and you make it rain. And then you can stop it with your mind and bring out the rainbow, or make the wind go really, strong like a tornado. You do this by yourself, and you do it every day because, you control the weather. The weatherman should just, talk to you because you know what the weather is going to be because you control it. Number 14, you have psychic abilities, and the most important of these is the telekinesis power. That's the most prominent psychic ability you have. I mean, that's what allows you to control the weather, and that is what allows you to light the candles and other things on fire. If you don't have telekinesis, then you're really not a real witch. Number 15, you do magic at night during the full moon in the woods or in a graveyard. Real witches do not do magic anyplace else. It has to be in the woods or in a graveyard. Those are the two places that magic is done, only on a full moon. And that moon is so big that, you see it. It's like right up in person. Those are the only times that real witches do magic. Number 16, all real witches, you do blood rituals and sacrifices. That's like the crux of your magical practice. I mean, you always, every spell that you cast requires you to, draw blood or perform a sacrifice with that ritual blade that has the power to kill demons, and you only do this again on full moons, in the woods, or in the graveyard. Okay, and you don't need matches because you use your telekinetic powers to light the candles on fire for you. Okay, real witches. We're talking about real witches here. Okay, so, and as a real witch, you know that to gain more power, you are required to make covenants with the devil and pacts with the demons. So if you're a real witch out there and you feel like, all these things apply to me, I am truly a real witch, you know that if you need more power or you want to gain it, that you're going to have to make a pact with the devil or the demons. I mean, this is just the way it goes. And you also know that if you use your magic too much, if you use it too often, that it will ultimately corrupt you, because magic corrupts. Okay, as a real witch, you already know this, and I really shouldn't have to tell you this because you all know. So this should clear up the confusion as to whether you are a real witch or not. So, us real witches have to unite, and we have to make sure that the truth is out there. Okay? I love you. Blessed be.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to share it with others on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This way you won't miss any of my newly uploaded videos. And be sure you've connected with me on Facebook, either through my CricketSong fan page, Lunar Wisdom business page, or by joining the sacred circle.